Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
1060 KGFX on this Friday morning, and we have Mayor Steve Hardingen with us this morning. For people in the neighborhood, we are dispensing with the music. I mean,
that's okay. We'll get right to the business.
We can get right to the business. I mean, normally I know that we get the good, the bad, the ugly play for you.
Yes.
It's the only thing. I see it when I'm editing up the video after Scott gets done because, well, quite frankly, I never listen to the guy. So,
yeah.
But anyway, let's talk a little bit about what's going on with Pierre. We've got a lot going on. We got a bridge project going on right now.
We do.
And a lot of other stuff. Let's talk about it.
A lot to do, you know. There is a lot going on. One thing is school starting, you know, and I know DRG's been talking about school starting and safety, and, you know, the flashing lights will be going at morning, noon, and when school gets out.
Right.
Reminder to the public that, you know, the young kids are going to school and be safe. They might, you know, they're excited and dart out behind a car or something.
And speaking from experience from about 20 years ago,
yes,
when you get pulled over for speeding in a school zone, you don't normally get off with a warning.
Not normally.
No.
Nope. And sometimes, you know, they may just have a presence there, but, you know, we've got community resource officers in the schools, which is really a good thing safety-wise. They try and interact with the kids and establish a positive relationship with law enforcement and safety. So they're there reminding the kids to watch out at the end of the school day when they, you know, go to home or to wherever they're going on their next stop. So,
right.
So keep that in mind. We've got them in front of all the grade schools, the middle school and the high school, and Pierre Indian Learning Center and at St. Joseph's. So just a reminder that kids are going back to school, and so be careful.
Yeah, they're getting back into the swing of things too.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, last weekend, just give you a little update on Fort Pierre had a nice event over there. It was Traders Day over in Fort Pierre last weekend. I went over and spent some time with Mayor Hansen over there. They had some great vendors there and the 4-H rodeo. And, you know, Fort Pierre is a great partner to the city of Pierre. We've got a great working relationship and partnership with Fort Pierre. And that was just an outstanding event. You know, whenever either community has an event like that, draws people to both our communities, it's a positive thing for everybody. And so I'd just like to give them congratulations. It takes a lot of volunteers to get something like that done, a lot of city staff time, just like Oahe does with our city staff time, and to get things organized and cleaned up and planning and scheduling and all of those types of things. So it was a great time over there, and congratulations, and I think they're planning to have that next year too.
And as everyone would agree, it's always good to get along with your neighbors.
It is.
It is.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. And Mayor Hansen and I actually had a quick draw shootout that was a lot of fun. He was a fundraiser for the Special Olympics. Shane from Shane's Pharmacy was over there, and he challenged Mayor Hansen and I to a quick draw shootout, and we had a lot of fun with that too.
Well, great. Now I understand you were a judge for the beef.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Mayor Hansen and I both were judges for the Verandi Museum beef barbecue, or backyard barbecue it was. And so we were a judge for that, and I believe there was 7 or 8 different organizations or individuals that barbecued. And I'll tell you what, Chuck, it was a hard choice. All of it, it was very good. I mean, it was, you know, and you had a score sheet for each one, and so you could score it at the time you were tasting it, because by the time you get to the last one, you're going, okay, now what did the first one taste like again?
Oh,
you know?
yeah. I've gone through chili competitions like that. Yeah.
You bet.
Yeah.
You bet. So that was fun. That was well organized, and there again, a lot of volunteers there to bring everybody the correct number at the right time, and it was a lot of fun. So it was a great event.
A lot of folks don't realize how hard it is to kind of keep all of that stuff straight, and you're going back and I got to go back and try the first one again. I got to do this. Okay.
Yep.
So what else is going on? Like I said, we got a lot going on. So.
Yeah, we do. I want to talk a little bit about the water treatment plant that will be coming to Pierre here. Hopefully, we'll start construction late, next year.
Mm-hmm.
It takes about a year to design that, and but what we're working on right now is what type of treatment will the plant use.
Right.
We've got 3 different companies here that are bringing 3 different types of the filtration system that could be used.
Okay.
And I'm just going to read this because I want to make sure I get the technical name correctly. One of them is the poly pressure filtration system.
Mhm.
And what that does is that uses pressure to force the water through the filtration screen. Okay?
Okay.
So the next one is the poly filtration modules, which is that one uses a vacuum to draw the water through the filtration system.
Mhm.
And the third system is a ceramic membrane that uses a different type of technology, and it really, there's less clogging of the screen, so
Oh,
less
okay.
times you have to clean it out. So one, again, is the pressure where you force water through the screen. Second is you pull it through with vacuum. And the third is a ceramic type that sometimes has less clogging.
So no giant sand filter on the horizon on this? No.
No,
Not for that one? Okay.
Not
All
for
right.
that one. So those companies will be there, and what they'll do is they'll pump the water into one local spot. So
Mhm.
they're all using the same water.
Okay.
Because if you use different intakes, one may be in a spot where maybe there's more soil, or
Gotcha.
more sediment in the water, and one maybe have cleaner water. So it's really not a fair test.
Right.
So they're going to pump all the water into one central location. They'll all three draw out of that at the same time, and then they'll see which one, provides the best filtration, which one is more efficient, cost. That will be determine then how the plant is designed. What's really neat about that too is that the city staff that work on all the wells currently in the water department, they'll be there with those projects, so they can see the filtration system in while it's actually working,
Mhm.
and they can learn about it. So it'll be a tremendous training opportunity for the city staff.
Oh.
So we've got that going on, and
And that's just a small project. That's not.
yeah,
it's
yeah, it really is, and it'll be interesting to see the results of that because, a lot of people turn on the tap and they expect the water to come out
Mhm.
and the water to drain to the wastewater treatment plant and the lights to come on when the
Exactly. We're a little
And-
spoiled over here, aren't we?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
our utilities do a great job, and the thing is, it's a 24/7 operation.
It
you
is.
know. The wastewater treatment plant, if the electricity goes out, we've got a big generator down there to keep that functioning. Same way, we've got backup systems for electricity, or if there's a water line break. So, they're big, expensive utilities, but Pierre overall, we've spent a lot of time and a lot of maintenance and upgrading to our utilities to make sure they provide that service for everybody in the community.
And you do it well. I mean, really. I mean, it's.
Overall, we really do. I'm pleased with the way that the utilities run, because if you look at comparable, which we do every year, comparable rates throughout the state on other Class 1 municipalities,
Mhm.
we're about average as far as the utility rates and how we run our utilities. Now, after we build the water treatment plant, of course, we know the rates are going to go up to pay for that.
Right.
So we will be on
We
the
all
high
voted
end.
on. We all voted on that.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, and it passed by 73%,
Yeah.
which shows pretty good support. And it really needed to be done. I was very pleased that it did pass. But overall, our utility rates are pretty reasonable. I know it's, and the only time we raise utility rates is we try to, look at what does it cost the city of Pierre to operate that particular facility?
Mhm.
And if it's, if it costs more to operate than it does that we've got revenue, then we have to look at the rates and
Right.
are they set at the right amount? And a lot of times, for different upgrades in those, DNR, let's say for water or wastewater, they look at your rates. And if you want a low interest loan or a grant from them, they compare your rates to statewide rates. And if you're not up there where you should be, they will make you raise your rates to be competitive,
Oh, wow.
with other communities before they would, grant a grant or a
Mhm.
low interest loan. So, there's a lot of eyes on the utility rates in the state.
Red tape.
Yeah.
Lots
Sometimes.
of red tape.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Well, what else do we have? Do we have anything else?
We're working on the budget. We've been working on that since the first part of July, and the budget's something that I look at least once a month to see where we're at on revenues and where we're at on expenses. We've been working on the 2019 budget since the beginning part of July. We fund outside agencies We've got about 12 outside agencies that the city helps, and those are organizations that really provide a service to our community, and that without those organizations providing that service, it would be very expensive for the city to try and do that when you look at staffing and all the other things. So we've got a lot of volunteers that help with that. So we have them come to the city commission, do a presentation on how they use our funds, and it's a good opportunity for them to let the public know who they actually serve. The last Tuesday night at the commission meeting, we had the Pierre Economic Development Corporation, we had the Capital Area Counseling, we had River City Transit, and there was one other one that we had. But it's a good opportunity for them to let us know what they use the city's money for and their needs on how much funding they may be short. So we plug that into the total budget. We've had 2 work sessions with the directors and gone over their operational budgets, and so those will be coming back. The city has to have their budget completed. This is by state statute, completed by October 1st. So by September, middle of September, between now and then, you'll see budget presentations, you'll see updates on the budget, and then once we finally have it in place, we'll bring it to the commission, go through the whole budget on where we're at, every operational division, and then we will complete that and have it in by October 1st. So it's a busy time of year.
Yeah, it is. It really does sound like it. Is there anything else that you wanted to cover that we're...
Just real quickly, we're completing our construction projects. We had some big projects this year.
Well, yeah, we're replacing infrastructure while we're redoing streets, so it's going to take a little bit more time.
Yeah, it does. That's the time to replace the water and sewer lines underneath. We've got a lot of water and sewer lines that are from the 1920s. They've been in there too long, and so that's the time to replace those. And I'd really like to thank the public for their patience during that time, because there was traffic disruption throughout the summer.
A couple of thoroughfares got interrupted, yeah.
There was. I think the last, we've got the one, we wanted to get the one over by Buchanan School completed by the time school opens, and we just made that. We finished that last Saturday.
Okay.
So we got that paved and all tied up. There's one more street up there on Prospect by the Methodist Church that goes in front of Lincoln Apartments there.
Yeah, that's right.
That one's, we tore that up, replaced the water and sewer line, so we've got that back, covered up and gravelled. We'll be prepping that for asphalt here soon, so that's getting...
At least you got some decent weather to deal with. Yeah.
Overall, we really did, Chuck. Our season, we were about 30 days late coming out of the late spring there that we had, so we were about 30 days late on getting started with everything. So the city crews, they all just did another great job on the construction projects and the streets, and we'll get those buttoned up and start getting ready for some fall projects in the winter that's coming up here.
Wow, a lot going on.
There is.
There is.
You bet.
We appreciate you coming in and talking with us this morning, and we look forward to it again.
Okay,
right.
Thank you, Chuck.
Yep, thanks, and that's